Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Beaconhouse Old Student Society Boss Memory Lane. Beaconhouse Boss is all about building a community together. Today we have Miss Mehreen Qazi. She's an extremely multi-talented person. She graduated from Beaconhouse Tipu Sultan Campus, Rawalpindi in 1999. She is a gold medalist in Masters Computer Sciences from Mehreen University. She taught there as visiting faculty for almost 4 years. As I said, she's multi-talented. She was also newscaster for PTV News for almost 6 years. She has a beautiful voice. We'll get to hear her singing also in our conversation. Currently, she is heading the PR department for Beaconhouse Group North. Thank you so much, Ms. Mehreen, for taking out time and being with us. Welcome to Boss Memory Lane.
Thank you so much. Such a pleasure to be here.
Most interesting incident at Beaconhouse?
Right. So I remember vaguely, we were in, I guess, 9th or 10th, and I opted for O-levels. And I had some really, really good friends in metric as well. So, so one of these friends of mine, she was, famous for bringing in some yummy, lunch to school. And she would be very generous to offer it to, all of us as well, a couple of us friends. So once I believe they were having those practicals for metric and the classroom was empty. And in the morning while we were having that assembly, so she sort of, rushed to us and informed us that, okay, so I've brought this very yummy lunch to school, and since she'll be in the lab doing the practicals, and she offered us to, just go into the her classroom and open up her bag and, enjoy the
Right.
lunch. So we were pretty excited because we were known to be those group of girls who would never bring along any lunch. We would always be the
Okay.
kind of group जो के वो गुंडा group होता है ना जैसे
अच्छा जी.
group गुंडा group कह ले तो हम उस तरह के थे. So break time होता है and then we rush to her classroom. We open up her bag, take the lunch out, and yeah, it was scrumptious.
Okay.
खा लिया and then packed the lunch back and put it back in her bag and left. Sometime after, I think, home time, I believe, she came up to us and she was like, you guys never came in and had lunch? And I was like, no, we did. हमने किया है lunch. She goes like, नहीं, मेरा तो lunch as is पड़ा हुआ है bag के अंदर में. And then at the same time, we heard some other girl literally howling in the classroom. And she started screaming and saying के अल्लाह करे जिसने मेरा lunch खाया उसके पेट में दर्द हो जाए.
Oh my God.
और उसको hospital जाना पड़े and all. And we were like, oh my God, what exactly have we done?
Okay. If you have to describe your school life in 3 words, what would that be and why?
Okay, I would say it was fun. Lots of mischief. And long study hours. Yeah.
Okay.
O-levels back in those days was equally difficult. Yeah.
Did you make friends for life?
I did. And I am so grateful that, I came across such wonderful, people, made such wonderful friends, and we are still in touch. We still meet up off and on. बहुत regularly नहीं हो सकता, but because, most of us, they moved abroad. Some of them are not even in Islamabad. But whenever there's, somebody moving in, coming over, flying in, so we always make it a point to meet up. And it's always, wonderful.
Something like this. अच्छा, Miss Mehreen, ये बताइए कि elections होते थे school में?
जी बिल्कुल. We used to have elections, simple elections.
Right, okay.
But then simple yet transparent and very fair.
Oh, wow. Yeah. All right. And so were you part of extracurricular activities or different clubs, and how was that experience like?
So I was into singing, from school days. So I would, yes, participate in inter-school, I won't say inter-regional, because back in those days we never, had these inter-regional kind of contests. But yeah, inter-school. So yes, into singing and very much into games also.
Right.
So I would, sport. I was a sporty person as well. So badminton बहुत शौक से खेलती थी. जी।
मेरीन, ये हो ही नहीं सकता कि हम बात करें गाने की और आपकी आवाज़ की। खुशगुलू तो आप हैं, तो ज़रा प्लीज़ हमें कुछ सुनाइए, प्लीज़।
अच्छा जी, all right. So this is a very popular song nowadays, composed by Ali Sethi. इस वक्त आपने क्योंकि रैंडमली मुझसे पूछ लिया है, सो अब वही मैं कुछ चंद लाइंस गुनगुना देती हूँ। पसूड़ी।
आओ जी। ओके
ओके। अगलावा मजबूरी नू आड़ जाड़ दी पसूड़ी नू जहर बने हाँ तेरी पी जावा मैं पूरी नू आड़ा सीओ नहीं आया दिल बांग बांग मेरा टकराया कागा बोल के दस जावे पावा क्यों दी चूरी नू रावा चे बावा चे ओनू लुकावा कोई मैनू ना रोके मेरे ढोल जुदाइयां दी तेनू खबर किवें होवे आ जावे दिल तेरा पूरा भी ना होवे हाँ बड़ी बड़ाइयां दी गल बात किवें होवे आ जावे दिल तेरा पूरा भी ना होवे।
वाह, ज़बरदस्त। ज़बरदस्त। मेरीन, आपको अपनी क्लास का सेक्शन याद है?
I think it was 11th girls, so G for girls and S I think.
अच्छा, सही। और आपका हाउस नेम याद है?
Yeah, back in those days we used to have houses named after colors. So we used to have red, green, blue. Yeah, so I was in the red house. I was the house captain.
अच्छा, favorite teacher?
Okay, so favorite teacher, I would say two.
Okay.
Yeah. So one was Mrs. Awan. She was our Pakistan studies teacher in O levels. 11th में जब हम promote हुए थे, तो she became a class teacher as well. So very strict on the outside.
Okay.
But then very gentle, very kind-hearted. So एक वो थी, and then we had a brilliant maths teacher, Rakshanda Gilani.
अच्छा, सही, right. अच्छा, siblings, they were there with you when you were in school?
Ji, okay. So my elder brother, he's also a Beaconite. He was 1 year senior to me, and we shared the same teachers as well because he passed out after his O levels, and then I got the same teachers, that he used to have. So yes, I think made life hell for him. Because owing to the fact that I was the naughtiest of.
Acha, like that.
Yeah. So he was the more sober and serious guy.
Comparison होता था दोनों बहन भाइयों का?
बिल्कुल। तो जब स्कूल में आते भी थे तो वो कहते थे कि स्कूल के गेट से मैं एंटर हो रहा हूँ तो I don't know you and you don't know me.
Oh.
Yeah. And I remember very clearly जब PTMs होती थी तो my mother she would attend PTMs for both of us. So जब भाई की होती थी PTM तो वो बड़ी अच्छी की रिपोर्ट and well disciplined,
बड़ी शाबाशी मिलती थी,
बड़ा वो etiquettes का वो बड़ा ख्याल भी रखते थे। और जब मेरी PTM होती थी तो मेरी फिर क्लास भी बहुत होती थी अम्मी से।
Okay. अच्छा, what is one thing about your profession which you really like? Would you like to shed some light on it?
Yeah, all right. So I would say I am a Beaconite, and then I'm lucky enough to be employed in the same organization. It's sort of a connection, I feel. आपकी roots के साथ एक connection लगता है आपको. और I love to be part of this organization, and I'm also a parent of Beaconhouse.
Oh wow! So alumni.
Yeah, so I'm a lot of things.
Right. Okay. See, Miss Mehreen, sometimes we hear some pearls of wisdom. One piece of advice which was being said to you and said to you by whom and stayed with you and you followed it.
Right. Okay. So I think one would be the most important, rather, respect your parents. Yeah, because I think that's the purest form of relationship that anybody can ever have. Discipline is very important in life. I've believed in it, and I've tried to inculcate the same values in my children as well. And lastly, there's nothing wrong in doing the right thing. So once you're absolutely sure about something and you feel that that's the right thing to do, just go ahead and do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Mehreen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. This is Boss Memory Lane.